You know, I've never met a great musician who didn't listen to music and didn't listen to a lot of music. It's really, again, the foundation of what we become. And I like to say that you play like what you listen to. So if you're having trouble playing Latin drums or, or funk drums, I would guess that you don't have a lot of that in your listening library. So I have to encourage you to go out and get the recordings, because they're out there now, and through the internet and everything else, everything's available. So there's no excuse as to not go out and get everything that you need stylistically. But then there's the case of when you listen to something, how do you listen to it? I know the first time I listened to Elvin Jones, for example, I was confused and scared, actually. It was intense, and there was so much going on that I couldn't quite sort it out. So I think there is a way to listen, and certainly in the beginning stages you need to sort it out for yourself and maybe listen to certain elements. For example, with Elvin, you got to pick the right album, but then maybe just listen to the ride cymbal, or maybe just listen to the snare drum, bass drum, or with Tower of Power and Dave Garibaldi or someone like that. Well, maybe you really zero in on his hi-hat work or his bass drum work, or just that pocket and the way he gets his rim shots. So I think it's real studied listening is the key, because then you'll come off with, you come away with something really strong. I like to do a thing that I call the big ears test. And what it is having your students listen to a recording that they've not heard before, but then hold a pop quiz afterwards. And the pop quiz might ask them, what's the instrumentation of the group? What's the time signature? What's the metronome marking? What's the feel? What's the arrangement? Who takes the first solo? How long is the song form? So they really have to listen on a more in-depth level. And you can do the big ears test anywhere, at a gas station or in a grocery store. And you'll find some cool stuff out there. You'll find a lot of odd times, some weird instrumentations, some funny forms, some hip grooves. So start listening with a purpose, and it just helps build the foundation.